Hello and welcome to all of you on my productive and skill oriented training platform. So as I said that when we unbox the HP Gen 10 machine or Gen 11 machine, so after the deployment of ILO, or you can say the licensing deployments, we are able to connect with the HP server machine. Now after the connectivity and before the deployment of operating system, we need to configure lots of parameters regarding the ILO connectivity, administration, security, firmwares, and lots of other stuff. Even we can also verify the boot controllers, the storage controllers, and all parameters which came up with the HP server machine. So in this regard, if you are really interested about how you can configure those parameters, how you can update the firmware, how you can deal with the licensing information and all other stuff from scratch, so here in the description I have the complete series regarding the HP, so you can go through those videos as well, so you will become more valuable regarding the server deployment. Right now in this session we are going to take the demo regarding the administration side, the core side of the HP server machine when we are going to deploy a server machine from scratch. You can follow the same parameters, you can consider the same domains on the platform of Dell, Lenovo, IBM, and other vendors as well. So I, after the deployment of ILO licensing, I just connect with my server on the remote location, and now here you can see, if I let me share the screen, here we go. So after the deployment of ILO licensing information, now I'm able to connect via remote session with my server. So here you can see, if I share my screen, and from here you can see the information side. So timely I can cover all the areas regarding the server machine. But right now the most important area when we are going to configure any server from scratch is the administration side. So under the administration there are lots of options which need to be configured before the implementation of operating system, before the deployment of virtualization infrastructure, and considering advanced features implementation regarding the clustering, load balancing, and other stuff. So here I'm inside the administration, and the first and most important thing is local users. By default, whenever a server boot with the default configuration, so the built-in user account is known as administrator, and here on the screen you can verify that this administrator have all the privileges regarding the management, implementation, monitoring, and all other stuff. Here are the icons available. You can shut down the machine, you can take the active health logs, and you can perform all the maintenance activities from here. Now the question is there a recommended way that we share the administrative credentials with all users? So the answer is no. You definitely create the new accounts as per their job roles. So if you are going to create the new users, so the process is really simple. Just click on the new user account, and here the detailed information you can provide about the local user account. And here if I move forward and talk about the privileges side, so the user permissions include login, remote management, virtual media, host BIOS, and lots of other things. So it's up to your requirements. You can consider the user role, and according to that user role you can perform user permissions from here. So if you require 2 or 3 users, or as per your organizational requirement you need more users, so you can easily deploy from here. Now the next most important area regarding the administration side is the boot order. When we talk about the boot order, we know that there are a number of ways by which we can start any server machine. So here on the screen you can see that there are lots of options available. There are storage media drives available. Here you can see the Broadcom next stream Ethernet adapters available. With the help of those adapters, we can also perform the boot options regarding the HP, and by that way we can install server operating systems with the help of Windows deployment services. And if I don't have those options available, so here you can see that USB generic boot option is also available. So as I said that we are going to deploy a server from scratch, so which means that there is no operating system available. So if I have the bootable USB, so I just connect on the USB port, and when I start the server machine, so it will automatically initiate the server operating system installation as well. And here the first one is Windows Boot Manager. With the help of Windows Boot Manager, the server will automatically load with the existing server operating system. So whenever you have a new server machine and you are going to deploy server operating system on that machine, so you need to select the generic USB boot option regarding the deployment of server operating system. Now, when I cover the user administration side and the boot order, the third one is licensing information. Inside that, you can easily verify that I have already implemented the ILO licensing information, because without ILO licensing activation, I cannot perform any advanced level activities on this server. So that is why here you can verify that the current license status ILO advanced and the status is okay. And you can also verify last 5 key parameters regarding my licensing information. If this licensing information is not available over here, it means that your server is running with the basic ILO features, and HPE will be provide you this installation key, and you need to provide that specific installation key on the option of licensing side. And after the implementation of that key, you just need to click on the installed button. And now the last and the most important side of the administration is firmware verification. So when I talk about the firmware verification, so in that area we can easily verify all firmware upgrades, the patches and the component drivers at firmware level or even at the BIOS level. Here you can see if I talk about the firmware version, ILO, and the firmware version is available, health is okay, and the status is also enabled. And by this screen, you can verify all the components. Here you can see my two 480 GB NV SSD storage volumes available over here, and the status is also okay. And if I move forward, so I can easily verify that all the firmwares regarding the ILO, regarding the storage accounts and other components available over here. And here I have the complete server platform services firmware available, and its status is also okay. So these are the 4 major criterias where you can deal with the administration side. So before going with the installation or load balancing or high availability features deployment on any server machine from any vendor, it might be Lenovo, it might be the Dell, IBM or any other vendor, you need to be very conscious and be very careful about the implementation and the configuration of the firmware side. And when you logged in, so at level 1 you need to configure the administration side of the HPE server. So if you have any questions regarding the firmware updates, regarding the storage area configuration, or in any other aspects, so you can ask your questions via email and in the comment sections as well. I hope that you learn a lot from this session, and in the coming sessions we will definitely cover more about the HP servers deployment. Thank you very much.